Here we are back in the paint booth. I had to replace some filters before I could continue with the next batch of painting. So I got all new filters here, ready to go. I've swept out the floor. That's the stuff you see on the floor there is actually stains from rinsing the floor. It's not actually overspray. Well, it is, but it's stained. Regardless, I have the heat shields in here. The front fairing is in here. Gas tank, and actually these are the heat shields. The other ones were just side covers, excuse me. These are the heat shields here, and those are the side covers. So getting ready to go. I'm going to come in here and give a quick degrease, and then I'm going to tape off some stuff on the gas tank over there, and we would do another wax and grease remover. I will spray the floor down, mix my paint, hit it with a tack cloth, and come in here and shoot it.
Everything's been prepped. We are ready to go. Let's put some paint down.
Alright, we are back in the paint booth. Officially got my paint laid down, got the gun cleaned, ready to rock. Everything turned out decent. But tomorrow I'll be getting down with some wet sanding. Let this stuff cure tonight. And I'll be doing all the wet sanding tomorrow and probably move on to the clear coat. I'm going to add a little bit of clear coat, try to bring out the gloss. So anyway, stay tuned. Alright, here we are back in the booth. I've added some clear coat on a couple of these panels. It's currently in the process of drying as we speak. There's a couple little dust nibs, nothing too major. I'm okay with the end result. Currently, I will be color sanding and buffing and polishing here soon. Not too bad. As you can see, there's the factory seam there on the tank. There's a couple little nibs in there, but nothing too serious. Alright, so it's been about 2 weeks since I've done an update. Pretty much where I'm at is I have actually, I did the single stage, and I did the clear coat on half the parts for the motorcycle, and then I did the single stage, and I was going to allow it time to dry overnight, and then I was going to finish the clear coat at a later date. Come to find out I had to sand the actual single stage and then reapply the single stage paint before I could actually add the clear coat to it. I wanted to add the depth to the color, so I had to backtrack a little bit. This is a learning process. I went ahead and sanded 600 grit wet sand on the bike parts you see behind me, and I took a week vacation in between that time also, so I kind of been bouncing around out of pocket. Anyway, here we are, wet sanded 600 grit. I have added the single stage. I did 2 coats of the single stage again on these parts you see behind me, and I have come back and added 3 coats of the high gloss clear, and pretty much what you see back here is where we're at now. We have some saddlebag lids right there. We got the fenders, and we have the saddlebags. There's a little bit of orange peel in it. I've got multiple coats of clear on there, so I'm pretty happy with what it looks like. I'm going to come back. I'm going to hit it with some probably 2,000 and 2,500 grit wet sand. Try to get a little bit of that orange peel out of there, and then I'm going to come back and compound it and then polish it. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to get to polishing. Alright, so here we are. Everything is finally completely done and out of the paint booth. Sitting here in the basement floor, waiting to be wet sanded, compounded, and polished. I have to say, this paint work turned out phenomenal. It looks absolutely amazing in person. I have officially wet sanded everything. The final sand is going to be 2,500 grit sandpaper. Overall, I'm very pleased with the results. It looks good. I did not feel like setting up the tripod and showing the sanding process. It's pretty self-explanatory, I would hope. I did not sand through the clear coat. I made sure to take precaution. I didn't go completely flat on the paint. There's still a very slight orange peel. The buffer will probably take off the majority of this once I get started. So I'm about to get started on the first of the compounding. I'm going to lay out a blanket here on the floor. I'm doing it in here so it's cool, dry, and I can see what I'm doing better. Okay, here we have the first round of compounding. This is with a wool pad and some compound. Looks it's brought a lot of the scratches out. It looks really good. There's a little bit of haze to it. It should come out with the next step. So there's half the stuff compounded, and here's the stuff that's not. So I'm halfway through with the compounding. I just figured I'd give a quick little update there. Moving on. Got a blanket here in the floor, polisher, my compound and stuff. Just a quick little update here. Doing pretty good. I've got everything except for this last fender here buffed. So I'm getting ready to knock this one out. This stuff is making a mess. Look at all the crap on this blanket from the wool pad there. This is slinging stuff everywhere. I'm about probably about 4 hours into just the compounding stage. So it's taking quite a bit of time, but hey, it's going to pay off in the end. Okay, here we are at our second stage of compounding. This is our blue pad now. I've removed the wool pad, and we're going to take out the swirl marks from the wool pad. So we're going to start all over again. All right, here we are, round 3 on the buffing pad. This is the final polishing pad. Everything's been finished with the blue pad. I have started, and let's get this knocked out, get our final step done, have a look at it. All right, so here we are back in the basement. I have finished with the final polishing with the DA right there. The polisher. The next thing I did was clean all the parts with the detailer spray. And wipe off finally with a brand new microfiber towel. And here is everything complete. First motorcycle paint job. I'm very impressed with it. I gotta get some seals to put the bags back together, but you know, some fender skirts, some little odds and ends, but they should be here this week. So